Okay, let us start. So today we will discuss the subject operations management. First, let us discuss what is the difference between goods and services. So what is goods? Any tangible item is goods. That means what we use every day: pen, paper, books, laptop, mobile phone. These are all goods. And what are services? Which is intangible and only we can feel or experience the thing. So there are certain differences between product and services. Number one, product is tangible. Tangible means it has a shape, size, dimension, whatever may be. And for services, it is intangible. We can only experience. And goods are generally not perishable, but services are perishable. Because if you buy one cell phone or one smartphone, if you handle it with care, then it will give service to you for at least 3 to 4 years. So it is not perishable. But let us suppose you have some physical problem, whether you have a sprain in your leg due to false stepping. So you visited nearest nursing home and the doctor came, and accordingly he will prescribe you some medicines and one crepe bandage. Okay. So after taking such medication and taking rest for 1 week, it is everything fine. So you go to your daily routine. So your experience is perished for 1 week. After that, you never thought of to visit the hospital again and again and again. So hospital cannot ensure his patient like you to visit every now and then. So the experience is perishable. Okay. So it is intangible as well as perishable. If you take one example of a restaurant, some of your friends plan to visit one restaurant and enjoy some Chinese food, whatever may be. It's noodles, fried rice, chili chicken, whatever may be. So if the restaurant serves you a good quality food, then what happens? The food is satisfy you. But for a certain time, you remember this quality of food. And if you remember that, you cannot ensure that whether your next visit, they will ensure the same quality food to you. So your experience is perishable. Okay. Now comes number two. Goods can be stored. Means goods can be stored in warehouse and all. Where the goods can be stored and accordingly it will be delivered to the customer. But in case of services, it cannot be inventoried. Inventoried means it cannot be stored because it is an experience. It is very transient. Whenever you experience something, after that, it will perish from your brain. But you remember that, but you can't assure that at the second time or third time, you will experience the same feeling from the company. So it is a perishable item. So you cannot ensure the same type of quality which they offered you in the first visit, and they ensure it to second, third, fourth visit also. Okay. Then product. Product is not variable, but service is variable. That means you cannot predict that a particular model of a smartphone is different from each other. If you buy one particular model of MI phone, okay, and your friend is also purchased that particular model, the both are identical with them. There is no difference. Okay, you can observe there is no difference. But in case of service, what happens? If you visit one restaurant and order some food. One chef preparing food for you, and he served the food by a waiter. If the food is very good and the waiter is courteous, then what happens? You feel satisfied. But for the second visit, after say 1 year at the same restaurant, and you ordered the same item, but now the chef is different and the waiter is also different. So you can't expect that the same quality of food can be served by the new chef and the same courteous feeling can be shared by the waiter. So there may be some deviation. You can experience better or you can experience also bad experience by the chef and by the waiter. Maybe. So it can be differentiated or it is a variable. So your experience can be varied from person to person. The same waiter, if there is a same waiter, you can feel the same courteous welcome to his customer. And if the chef is good enough and comparatively good from the previous one, then you can experience more better food from him. But at the same time, there is a possibility that the chef may be a bad quality chef and he can make food which is a bad taste and also quality not be ensured. And the same kind of waiter is there. If the old waiter is there, you can expect the same courteous behavior, but the new waiter, you may or may not expect the same thing. Okay, so in case of product is not variable, but the service is variable. It can be varied from person to person, and experience is also varied from person to person. Okay, what satisfies your friend may not satisfy you. So everybody, we are different in mentality. Number 4, separable from manufacturer. Product are separable from manufacturer, but service is inseparable from service provider. What it means? Product is separable from manufacturer. One manufacturer manufacturing some product, and he directly sold the product to other trader, and the trader trades it in the market, and you purchase that and enjoy that product. Okay, but let us suppose one service provider. What are the service provider? Let us suppose Geo. If you purchase data from Geo, it is only the Geo to serve you. There is no other middleman comes behind this to serve you. So you are directly purchase data from Geo. So these are the some differences between product and services. Okay, one thing I repeat, after 40 or 45 minutes, the Zoom session is goes off. Okay, if that going on, then you switch to YouTube. Okay, and after that, again at 12 o'clock, you again log into Zoom, and if there any problem, then only you can switch that, but as per direction of your coordinator. So you must ensure your presence at Zoom. Okay, but today the participation is very low. What is the reason? I don't know. Today is the Independence Day, but since lockdown is going on, so I think the class is very important for you, because if there is exam or there is no exam, you have to face interview in the coming days. After 1 year, if you want to get some job, so you have to face interview, and in interview there must be some subject oriented question, and employers better know that you missed one semester, there will be no class and all, so they will emphasize the subject which you haven't done any class. So I don't think after repeatedly telling this to you, because you are matured enough since you are studying MBA, but today it is very savvy that only 3 or 4% connected to my session. Okay, whatever may be. Next, The difference between production and manufacturing. What is the difference between production and manufacturing? Is very important question for every exam conducted by all the universities in operations management. What is the meaning of production and manufacturing? Are they separate from each other or they are identical terms? Now, what is manufacturing? Manufacturing is the process of transforming raw materials into ready-made goods with the help of machines and also man. That means in manufacturing there must be involvement of machine and man. Machine will be there and that can be operated by machine itself in auto mode, or semi-automatic machine can be run by man. Okay, so person involvement and also machine involvement is there, but machine is a major part for manufacturing. But in case of product production relates to processes or methods that converts inputs like raw materials or semi-finished goods to make finished products. Services may or may not vary to use machinery. That means product means any goods and also service production. Product service productions means if you go to a salon for some maintenance, means to trim your hair, doing facial, okay, so that can be done with the help of person itself, without or with the help of machine, but human involvement is there and machine is the secondary. If there is no machine, then he can also use by scissor or by something to trim your hair, or by some face pack he or she will give you the service for facial work. Okay, so there is no involvement of machine at all, but manpower involvement is there. When you purchase internet connection from a company, so it is not that every time you have to install some machine, because today is the day of data and data can be transmitted through wireless medium, so you just grab it and use it. So there is no form of machine you have to install in your home to just receive the reception. Okay, and let us suppose if somebody preparing some food, okay, so what you require? You require some raw materials and cooking medium, oil and something like that, one utensil and one power source. Power means it may be LPG, it may be electrical gadgets, whatever may be, to run the process. Okay. So for manufacturing, machine is must. So what we conclude? That for all production is not manufacturing, but all manufacturing needs some production activity also. Okay. Now comes manufacturing and service provider. Manufacturing and service provider. What are manufacturing and what are the service provider? Service provider means who can serve you one service. What are the services? Hair trimming services, facial services, internet services, telephonic services, electricity services, whatever may be. If you go and watch one movie, then it is also comes under service. It may satisfy you or it may not satisfy you, but it is a service, and you can enjoy it for max to max 3 hours or less than that, and it is also perishable. After that, after returning from the cinema hall, you may remember the film, and if it is not up to the mark, then you totally ignore it. Okay. Now there are certain parameters which can explain manufacturing and service providers. Manufacturer and service provider. Sorry, manufacturer and service provider. Number one, nature of output. For manufacturer, it is physical and durable. So any manufacturer manufacturing goods, there must be a physical and durable things. Physical means which you can experience. It is a tangible, which we can look, we can feel, we can touch. Okay. And next is durable. Durable means is last for a considerable time. It may last for 2 years, it may last for 5 years, it may last for 10 years also. So let us suppose one almirah. If you purchase one almirah, it will give you service for at least 15 to 20 years for a good quality almirah. Next is service provider. Service is intangible and perishable. Intangible means we cannot visualize, we cannot feel, we just experience something. And perishable means the experience is last for a few minutes or few days. Number two, nature of inventories. Nature of inventories. What is inventories? Inventories means stock, which you require for any production process. For manufacturer, inventories can be stored. That is, it can be stored in the warehouse or in the production area. But for service, service can be inventory. It can be only experienced by the consumer. That means when you visit a salon for a haircut, if the person is equipped enough, then you enjoy his cutting. And if it satisfies you, you visit there after certain interval. Okay. Number three is response time. Response time. Response time means the total time which you experience. That means if you buy one product from a manufacturer, you can expect a service from them for certain time. Maybe if you purchase one smartphone nowadays, you can expect that smartphone can serve you for at least 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years. But after that, you have to change it because technology is changing in a rapid motion. So we can't resist the technological development and technological obsolescence. Today, something is going on, and after 2 days or 3 days, there is a new technology. So we can experience the product for a certain days. But for a durable product, if you purchase a furniture set, the company may ensure that it will serve you for 10 or 15 years. But in case of service, response time is very short because the time which you enjoy. If you take some food from a restaurant, then there is a very little time to enjoy. Consumption of food is required for 20 or 30 minutes. But if you satisfy it, then it will stick to your brain. But the experience is perishable. You can't experience throughout your life what experience you gather when you just eating the food. Okay. Same thing when you visit a doctor for certain physical problem. The doctor will help you out to diagnose what actually going on, and he prescribes some tests, some medicine, and some diet restriction, which you follow, and everything is okay. Then what happens? It will goes off from your mind, and the doctor cannot ensure that you visit in a very now and then for the doctor for certain problem. Okay. Next is size of market. What is the size of market? Size of market means a manufacturer can deliver its product from local market to international market or national market. A purchaser can be purchased through internet wherever he is settled. He may be settled in Jaipur, he may settled in Gwalior, he may settled in Mumbai, or he may be settled in Tanzania. And the goods can be delivered through the marketplace. That means Amazon, eBay, whatever may be. There are other international sites also, Alibaba, AliExpress. These are Chinese sites. But for service market is generally local, because every service you experience, you also expect that to visit local manufacturer or local producer of the service. If you trim your hair, then what you do? You just search for local salon where a good quality haircut is there. Or if you visit one beauty parlor for your maintenance, that is making facials and all, you also prefer the local shop with good quality serving person. It is not likely that you are staying in Salt Lake, you just go for a maintenance, self-maintenance to Behala, which is at least 25 to 30 kilometers away. So people prefer to take services in local arena. Next, size of facilities. Size of facilities for manufacturer, that means one goods. Size of facilities means a goods when offering some facilities to customer, they are varied. Okay. And for service, the size of facilities will be limited. A hair cutting salon can't assure you for whole body maintenance. Okay. A hospital is not for a refreshment purposes. They are for treatment purposes. So this is limited. Next, capital versus labor intensity. Capital versus labor intensity. For any manufacturing unit requires a huge number of personnel to work. For the production process, if the company get huge order and huge production, he has to ensure for the demand meet up, then they must employ several number of person in his production process. Okay, and huge amount of money to be involved to maintain this process. Okay, but for service can be done by very limited person, but you require knowledgeable and go-getter person. That means if you want to serve internet connection in your locality, then what happens? You have to install some high-end machines, and you have to depute 2-3% with knowledgeable and hardworking, so that they can troubleshoot the problem of non-connectivity within fraction of second and fraction of minute. Okay, so you doesn't require huge investment as a recurring. Initial investment is there. You have to purchase the transponder, the decoder, and all machines, but you have to maintain good quality of human resources just to maintain your business. Okay, so capital investment is very limited there, and you require very few person but knowledgeable person to run your business. Next come quality measurement. For quality measurement in manufacturing process is very easy, because if the product performance is up to the mark, that is what the buyer is expected. I purchase one phone by knowing that the phone perform so and so function, and after buying, if I observe that it will serve all my purposes and everything, then what happens? We may be semi-satisfied. So it is very easy to judge its quality, but for service it is very difficult, because if four of your friends visit your local restaurant and take food, and everybody is enjoying the Chinese food, so it is not necessary that every four of you have the same level of satisfaction. Maybe two of you habitually not like Chinese food. You are fond of Mughlai food, but due to friendship restriction and friendship compulsion, you have to take it. So the quality measurement is not easy in service business. Maybe the food is good, maybe the food is not up to the mark, maybe the food is excellent, but it can't ensure that everybody of you have the same level of satisfaction. So quality can't be judged instantly, because I am fond of Chinese food. It is not necessary that everybody in my friend circle are fond of Chinese food. Okay, so whatever may be the quality of Chinese food, it is not like that everybody of them like the Chinese food. So the quality measurement is very difficult in service business. Next come the distribution channel. What are the distribution channel? If you run a product or service, whatever business, you can't do anything by your own, because it is very tough to reach direct end-to-end customer by you. If you are producer or manufacturer, it is very tough to do all this activity, marketing, selling, everything, and satisfy the end customers. It is very difficult. So what is the way out? You have to select some distributor who distribute your product to his own network. What happens? So there are certain tiers: manufacturer, distributor, wholesaler, retailer, and end customer. So when a product coming from a company, it is handed over to distributor. There is some profit margin between company and distributor. Maybe 20%, maybe 30%, whatever may be. It is pre-negotiated. Then if the distributor is good and this network is distributed throughout the India, then what happens? Due to this good reach of customers, he delivered the product through his wholesale channels. The wholesale channel took this product with certain commission arrangement with the distributor. Then wholesaler gives the product to the retailer with some certain margin. Then what happens? Retailer charge some price and profit and handed over to the customer, end customer. So this is the process. So fixing of distributor is a very tedious job, because if the distributor is very good and he has good good network throughout the India, then it is more likely that your product will be a good reach throughout India. So what the distributor looks for a manufacturer. Number one, whether the product quality is up to the mark. Because if the distributor dealing with a new product, he is very cautious for that because he has a very good network and a considerable pool of customer. But if the distributor compares to distribute some goods which is inferior quality, then his reputation will be die out. So any distributor is very cautious to market some new product. So number one, the product quality should be up to the mark. Good quality product will be delivered to the customer. Next, return on investment. There is one topic, return on investment. That means the distributor checks whether there will be a good return on investment because distributor invest a quite lot of money in a new venture. So if he invests some lakhs of rupees and he must inspect that if the product quality is very good, then it will give some good return to him. So return on investment is very important to judge one manufacturer by the distributor. Next is new product, whether the new product is as per the quality. New product is as per the quality. That should be ensured by the manufacturer because any distributor who have a large distribution network, he always prefer a good product to distribute, whether it is new or old. Next come, what is the margin? Margin means what is the percentage profit the distributor can earn by selling the product through his distribution channel. If a product is cost rupees 100 and the company is handed over to the distributor at rupees 60, then for each item the distributor can earn 40 rupees profit. So the margin is 40%. Then brand building. Brand building. What is brand building? If the product is preferred by many customers, then it will become a brand. Which brands are we are now getting? We are now getting Xiaomi brand, MI, Redmi. So this not came in one morning and one night. Okay. A preferred brand can be made by good quality serving, timely service, customer satisfaction, many attributes in a very low competitive price, so that a brand becomes invading and all the distributor likes the new brand to develop. Next is whether there is a tough competition or not. Many products are there in the market which are very tough competition. Nowadays, smartphones are facing a huge competition. So distributor first think whether the product is a highly competitive product or not. If it is highly competitive product, then he must think that whether the product can sustain in the competitive market. Okay. After that, he decide that whether they will market this product or not. Now, as per manufacturer, there are certain attributes that a manufacturer fix his distributor. So, what are the points a manufacturer fixing his distributor? And to form a good distributor networks, number one, how sales, marketing, and distribution cost. Every certain business incurs some cost. If you produce one thing, then when you distribute it to the end market, there involve many costs. Okay, there are sales and marketing costs, distribution margin cost, okay, distribution network cost, and if you sell it to the marketplace like Amazon, Flipkart, eBay, or Alibaba, then there is also a fee called margin fee. Every marketplace are taking. It may be 10%, it may be 20% also. So first you have to judge what is the sales, marketing, and distribution cost involved. Then only you can fix the price of your product, which can be delivered to the customer through your distribution network channel. Okay. Next is trustworthy partner. If the partner is trustworthy, what is the meaning of trustworthy? Bharosemand or Vishwashi. If the partner is trustworthy, then you can feel satisfied that everything you do through a trustworthy person, there will be less chance to be cheated. Next come market penetration. If the distributor network is very good, that means in case of Hindustan Lever distribution network is huge and huge. If you go to Sundarban and the remotest part of West Bengal, but their facilities are very rare, and some villages they don't have electricity also. But to get there, a sachet of Surf Excel or a shampoo, Dove shampoo, 1 or 2 rupees pouch. Okay. Okay. Next is rapid testing. Rapid testing means if your distributor is always doing some testing practices to know what customer is asking for them, what is the customer choice and all. So rapid testing is a good tool for any manufacturer for selecting one distributor. If a good distributor is there, he always going to do the market research to get something new in the market. Next comes Some disadvantages when choosing the distributor. Number one, risk of distributor brand. If you choose certain distributor whose name is very bad in the national frame, that means the person involved in distribution network is not trustworthy, and he already cheated many big manufacturer in this process. Next come delay in payment. If one distributor delays your payment, you have agreement that every distributor has to pay your product cost within 15 days, or maybe you can extend it for 1 month. But if your distributor is abstain from paying you in time, that means some of them may delay your payment for 2 months, 3 months, something like that. So there is no meaning to work with him, because if the payment get delayed, then you are in shortage of working capital. So when working capital is not preferable, so you can't do, or you can't buy your raw materials, and you just get crippled. Whatever may be the demand in the market, you can't serve according to the market, and you can't serve the other good distributor as per their desired stock. So it is a very tough situation when distributor is not paying to you timely. Next is lesser control. Since you are not selling the end product of your company to your customer, and you are selling through the distribution network, so you have very less control about the product. Okay, and you solely depend upon your distribution network. If a product requires some guidance to customer, so you can't assure that your distributor same also put the same pen as you are putting to educate your end customer. In many a times, it is a constant problem for a purchaser, as he has no direct communication to his customer in terms of product differentiation, new product utility, and all. So it is very difficult. Next come reduce feedback cycle. Feedback cycle means you are the producer of a product, and you wish to sell it to your end customer. That means through a very good distribution network, and you wish that your product to be delivered to end customer remotest place of India. That means the product must be available at Ladakh also. So what happens? There must be some distributor who distribute that product to the end customer, but they are very often give you the customer feedback. Customer feedback is very important to run any business, because nowadays customer is the god. If you can't frame your product or service as per the requirement of customer, then it will not sustain in market, in any market, whatever may be its for. So you have to more cautious that whenever you sell anything to your customer, you must get some feedback from your existing customer. Okay. If customer feedback is good, then you must know that your product is good enough to satisfy them. If your customer is not satisfied, then there is a question of re-engineering. That means you modify the product, you check what is the loopholes experiencing by the customer. If the feedback is good, then what happens? You have to put less effort to make it another new form. But if the customer is not satisfied, then what happens? If the customer is not satisfied, then there is a chance you lose customer. So if customer satisfaction is not there and you get the feedback from them that they are not satisfied with your product performance, then your R&D team must check what is going on with the product. Then they will bring some change according to the customer choice and according to the customer feedback. Then it can be delivered to the customer again, and maybe this time customer may be satisfied. So there is a constant feedback process to be going on from customer to manufacturer, customer to manufacturer. Whatever customer gives the feedback, accordingly you have to maintain all these things, all these technical glitch to be controlled by you. Next come increased cost and margin and customer cost. Let us suppose you are serving your product, you are serving your product to the customers at a margin of 30%. So it is predefined. Sometimes it is very tough to maintain all these words by the distributor. One fine morning, you get the feedback that some distributor is not want to do business with you, and they are also keeping your money and payment to be given to you. Okay, so you are at soup, you lose your money, and also most of the item is stored in the distributor's warehouse. So you are crunch of working capital. Your working capital will ceases to increase. So for a good distributor, you can't deliver the desired product in numbers. We can take the case of Nirma washing powder. Everybody know that Nirma washing powder is very popular in tier 2, tier 3 cities and in rural India. There is a considerable market of Nirma washing powder. In the 80s, in the starting of 80s, one Gujarati businessman started Nirma company, and he chose several distributor and distributed his soap to remotest part of India. And initially the business is very good, but he is very shortage of working capital because every distributor is violating the agreement that they have to pay their cost after deducting the margin within fortnight or within month. Once upon a time, the owner of the company feel that his most of the finance is lying with the distributor, and he is very crunch of money, and this situation crippled him. So what happens? He told all his distributor that he took the stock from them and he don't want to do business anymore with them, and he sent his representative to every distributor with carriage, that means with his lorry, and pile up the stock from the distributor end and return the stock from distributor to his own warehouse. And at that particular time in Doordarshan, there is no cable channel at that days. In Doordarshan, he brought a very appealing ad, washing powder Nirma, this coating. If you go to YouTube and search Nirma advertisement, this old advertisement will again comes to you, and which is remarkable advertisement in India till date. And throughout the country, there is a pool of Nirma, getting Nirma washing powder. Every customers come to the nearest Kinara shop and ask for Nirma. But due to the withdrawal of Nirma washing powder from distributor end, no distributor is able to supply to that product to the end customer. What happens? There is a crisis in the market, but the advertisement is running 10 to 20 times in Doordarshan. Okay. washing powder Nirma, धूप सी सफेदी Nirma से आई. So you can get hold of this advertisement also. Just take it to internet and search Nirma advertisement in Doordarshan. It will appear. So due to this random advertisement, there is a huge pool of Nirma demand, and distributor is not at all provided that Nirma too is wholesaler and retailer. So there is a big gap, and everybody is asking for Nirma, Nirma, Nirma. Now the distributor come to that particular person, this Gujarati fellow, and ask that they want to sell Nirma. Then the person told that I already done the business with you, but you are defaulting by of paying money to me. So from day one, that is the starting day, now I supply the Nirma after taking advance from you, and no delay in payment and no lending. That means cash business is going on for Nirma. If you pay me cash for 1,000 unit of Nirma powder, I can give you 1,000 unit of Nirma after deducting the commission. That means if the Nirma MRP 20 rupees at that particular time, there is a margin that is, let us suppose 50 rupees, 50% for the distributor. So for one packet of Nirma, it is sold for 20 rupees in the market. The distributor purchases it from this Nirma from the manufacturer, this Gujarati fellow, for only 10 rupees. But he have to pay the cash. Then only the Nirma is supplied to the distribution channel. So the person is a revolutionary, bring the revolutionary change in this distributor market. Distributor have to pay in advance for getting the thing by circulating this advertisement, this viral advertisement throughout the media. Okay. Then now the question comes how to find a new distributor. So it is very challenging for you. If you are a new producer in the market with lot of energy and lot of devotion and lot of money you bring in market, a new goods which is a research product from your end. You tried hard by doing research what customer wants from you, what customer like from you as per the market demand. Then what happens? Now it is the time to judge who will be your distributor. And this is the only thing after setting up production, main emphasis to be the distributing the product throughout the distribution channel so that end customer, wherever the place, the remotest part of India must get that product at a reasonable price. Okay. So price fixing is also there. Based upon the competitor, you fix the price. But one thing you must take into mind that you must have one dedicated distribution network who can distribute your product throughout the country through every nook and corner by his modern, highly technical distribution process. So what are those? How you fix a distributor who can serve all these functions for you? Number one, you have to depute some sales executives or sales representative. Who are the sales representative? First, who search for market demand on behalf of you. You hire 2-3%. Let us suppose you hire 4%, and every 4%, the person one is deputed for Western India, person two is deputed for Northern India, person 3 is debuted for Eastern India, and 4 debuted for Southern India. What is their activity? They visit all the markets throughout India and to judge the demand for your product in the market. Whether the market is now ready to take your product as a advantage product. Whether your product is priced at a competitive pricing. If your product is not having competitive pricing and your product is a new and you are a new brand, then it is very hard to pinch the product through a premium price. It is not possible. After certain times, if the market grows and everyone is knows about your product, then only you can charge some premium price for the product. And there must be a considerable demand in the market and considerable growth. That means every month you are getting 5% or 7% growth. That means this time you are producing 100 items and next month you are producing 110 items because there is a growth of 10%. So they judge whole market and judge for the demand for this particular product, whether any competitor is lying in the market, whether the product will be a unique one, whether there is a demand in the market, and if the same product is sold in the market by other manufacturer, what are the distributors associated in the market and which distributor is doing good business with them. After visiting all these places and taking feedback for several market and several shops, they devise one report for you where they mention some distributor profile and distributor name with contact number. Now what happens? Now you have to maintain a relationship with this distributor and urge them to distribute your product also with a good margin and good terms. Okay. Next, what happens? Next, you have to debut some channel sales executive. Channel sales executive means the executive who are ensuring certain channels. Okay. Nowadays, non-competing brands are pitched by single window selling point. That means if you go to bank, initially the bank what banks are do, they take money and give you interest, and in lieu of your money and in lieu of your interest, they will give the money to the businessman for business and get higher interest from them. If they charge by lending money 15% interest, they will give you 6% interest. That means 9% interest they are taking for their own profit and to run the business and to meet up the overhead cost of employee, maintenance cost, everything. Okay. But nowadays, if you visit one bank, banks are tied up with several institutions, several instruments selling. That means banks are now selling demat account. From demat account, we trade for equity. That means we are going to purchase share. We are also selling those share in the market with the help of demat account, and it is maintained by this bank. For a particular bank, there is a asset management team. They can give you support. That means if you give some money to them and you ask them to make your portfolio positive, that means every time you must get some appreciation of your fund. That means if you invested 5 lakhs of rupees, you expect that at least 10% gain in your portfolio. If they ensure that, then after certain times, after 1 year, you must get at least 10% appreciation in your capital. So these are other function of the bank. Next, the bank is selling insurance product. If you take loan for a housing or purchasing one flat, then what happens? You go to a bank and ask the manager for loan. Then what happens? He told you that we will give you loan, but you have to give some margin amount. That means if a flat cost rupees 15 lakhs, then they will provide you 80% of loan amount. So what is the 80% of loan amount of 15 lakhs? It is 12 lakhs. So you get 12 lakhs of loan. But at the same time, you have to purchase one life insurance policy for these 12 lakhs of rupees. So bank have certain tie-up with some insurance companies. They are providing you the life insurance policy, which to be assigned to the bank, because in certain difficulties or certain condition, if the person who take the loan died in some accident or natural death, then to whom the bank will realize the money? That is, the person who invested in life insurance policy and the policy is assigned to the bank will take out all his asset from this insurance company. You can also get health insurance, motor insurance from bank. So these are the channels. That means every company now have certain channels to distribute different things, but non-competing things. Since insurance is not competition with the bank deposit and all, so bank can sell this product to its customer. And if the manager will pinch you something, there is a high chance that due to certain beliefs, since the manager is serving you, you are very delighted to accept the offer. If your bank manager urges you to take one life insurance policy from certain companies and you really need that policy, you jump for it because it is backed by your branch manager of your desired bank from where you invested money. Next come, join the industry association. Join the industry association means there are several associations, industry associations. That means wholesaler association, distributor association, retailer association. You first try to join as many as possible association, and for every association there is annual meeting, there is quarterly meeting, and if you member of this association, they will invite you, and you must visit on this occasion so that you can meet different type of wholesaler, different type of retailer, different type of distributor in this field. And if you go on liaisoning with them, there is a proper connect between them, so you can get some good amount of distributor in your kitty. Okay, so it works. Next is trade shows. What are trade shows? There are many trade shows is going on Kolkata throughout the year, but this year due to pandemic, there are very few, or maybe this year they all skip to meet in this trade show. Trade show means Industrial India Trade Fair, which is going to happen in every year in bypass side. There are several distributors, several manufacturers, several retailers are present within one umbrella to discuss their product, to display their product, and from these they get immense market acceptance. That means for a trade show, you get vendor, you get partner, manufacturer, suppliers, wholesalers, retailer, consumer, buyer, exporter, importer. So if your product is a good one, is a concept product, with all new features, all new technical assistance, then there is a high chance for you to get abnormal order from them. If you have some innovative product which is very hard to market in local market, and you get some exporter who are exporting such product to, let us suppose, in Middle East, in China, in Hong Kong, whatever may be countries, and there is a demand for this product, they instantly form a formal negotiation with you, and there is a high chance of getting 50,000 or 1 lakh order within that umbrella. So by investing very less amount of money, you are able to tackle a huge lot of order and a considerable business from them. So trade show visit is a must in nowadays. To choose a good number of distributor, retailer, and wholesaler. Next, meet the existing distributor. There are certain distributors who distribute your product. Just visit them twice in a month, thrice in a month, or every week, just to get the feedback whether supply is okay, whether the product is up to the mark, whether there is any complaint from the wholesaler point, any retailer point. Okay, just to mitigate all these queries. And again, one thing, just search for the distributor who are not in your pipeline. There are many distributors who are not distributing your product, but they are very potential in this field, and you want to grab those distributors for distributing your product. So what happens? You must go and tackle those distributors as a regular basis, and also to ensure the liaison with them, so that in days to come they will also come to your board and selling your product. So that will be a great advantage from you by multiply the number of distributor. That means you have 5 or 6 distributor presently, and due to certain visit for a recurrent time, they feel that the person is very honest. They come to us and urges us to sell their item with a good margin. So we try for it and go for it, and you get quite a considerable and good number of distributors who can distribute your product to certain nook and corner of the society. And end customer is also get proper item at a proper price in proper time. Next come wholesale and distributor website. If you go on website, please take down indiamart.com. You get several details of wholesaler and distributor. You get their phone number, their contact details, their email ID, their social account, social media handles, everything. So by this, you can approach them also for a meeting. If they agree for a meeting, then you can hold meeting by person or through electronic channel by video conferencing, and convince him to sell your product, so that he can also in a win-win situation. That means you give a good margin to him, and he is also incited to sell your product to his network. Become a ground level subject matter expert in initial days. What is ground level subject matter expert? Which is SME expert. That means if you have invented one innovative product and there is no ready market for it, and you have to make the market for this product. So what happens? Since you have very least amount of fund, you are not able to appoint certain professional executive just to communicate through the market regarding the utilities of your product. Then what you do? You take the pen and go to extreme end to educate the distributor that my product has so and so performance. Please take it, please experience it, then only please decide to distribute in your network. So these are called ground level subject matter expert, SME expert for the initial days. And if the product is getting accelerated, its demand getting more and more and more, then it is highly possible that your product is accepted by the customer, so that there will be a demand and more distributor will contact you, so that they can also sell your product at a good margin. And end customer is also satisfied after getting a new innovative product which can suffices his regular practices. Next term, keep on eye on your competitor. Keep eye on your competitor. That means if you give some innovative product to your customer, it is not everlasting, because there is high chance of substitute product to be prepared by some person. Some person may copy your product and quote certain price that will throw you away. So always judge your customer. Every day do your SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat analysis. That whether your product will last for 6 months, 1 year, or whatever may be. And judge the competitor every day. If there is a shift of 5% customer from your end, then it is more likely that 5% customer will go to your competitor, because the product is so necessary that every consumer have to have it. So if there is a considerable number of downfall in demand, then you are rest assured that your competitor will gaining that percent of that chunk of customer from you. So red alert that you must devise certain thing, so that this type of action can be taken immediately when you see that your competitor will beat you out. And if you ignore it, one day you will no more in the market. Your product is there, your concept is there, but the whole cake to be eaten by your competitor, and you have just hang up. Right? Next, use your website and social media to generate more leads. Nowadays, what happens? If a person visit to your website, you get every details of him. Here, his mail ID, his phone number, and everything. So, to make the customer, that is your promising customer, but or the person who will be your customer. So what you do, you just use your all social media handles. That means you must have one Facebook account, you must have YouTube channel, you must have Twitter account, Instagram, okay, Telegram, WhatsApp, and everything, right? So whenever a person ping you in your website for certain information, you just grab this information and store it in your CRM system, and accordingly you just surround this person with all your social media handle, so that wherever he search for an item, your product is popped up in different media channels. That means whenever he search for an item in Instagram, your advertisement popped up. Whenever he search in Facebook, your advertisement popped up. Whenever he search in Telegram account, your item is popped up. Through certain channel, you just forward business WhatsApp to him, just to make him aware that you are producing such a goods with all its specifications, so that the person is induced that this product may be good, that from everywhere, whenever he search it, for every search result, your product is coming. Okay, so you can get one new customer, and after getting satisfied by your product, it is more likely that the person will become your promoter. Now meet alliance expert. Now, if your business grows to some desired extent and you get a good number of money, good amount of money in form of profit, and now you are trying to venture in some new project and want to scale up your product to certain distributor who are very big distributor, and initially they are not prepared to take your product, some international or some national banner distributor who have throughout the India network. So just to grab them, since you have a considerable amount of market share and your product is popular in the corner, and most of the person knows that a new product is coming and the new product is already in the market, which is very reliable and affordable, and competitive pricing is there, so you won't have any problem to grab distributor in your area. But now when comes the big distributor who are distributing goods in throughout the India, they have certain restriction. So there are some mediating agents who are called alliance expert. Just to avail them, just to book them with certain incentive or certain money, just to make you on board of this distributor, to get a connection between you and that big distributor. So you can appoint some alliance experts who are the mediator between the new seller and the big distributor. By this, you can also grab some good distributor network. Next and last is outdoor advertisement. Outdoor advertisement means you can purchase billboard advertisement, you can purchase FM broadcast, you can advertise in social media, whatever may be, but that should be cost effective, because you don't want to sell your product to every nook and corner and every age customer. So there is a niche. You want to get it delivered to the customer who are in the age group of 20 to 40 years, and you are not interested to sell below the customer who is below 20 years and who is above 40 years. So it is highly possible that your product is a targeted product to a targeted customer, to a targeted segment. So fix your advertisement cost according to your criteria. You don't go for media ad, like putting your ad in TV, putting your ad in newspaper. It will not work. In today's context, your advertisement budget should be such that you can't do without investing huge lot of money. You can also cut off your advertising cost and channelize all these advertisement through proper and segmented market. If your product is only accepted for person who are in the age group of 20 to 40, so don't try to advertise whole lot of demographic. That means the advertisement is not that you advertise in every medium, in paper, in television, in everything. So you must be very cautious regarding your advertisement budget. If your budget permits, you can take some big billboards in front or in corner of very busy roads, because whenever in signal the car stops, if you are driving car or if you are traveling in a car or a bus, the billboard is one eye-catching thing. Every person have a view of this billboard. And if the product advertisement is very catchy, then it will also attract your eyeball attention, which induce you or which motivate you to purchase that product. So these are the topic, that is whether you select one distributor for you or not. Now one thing, you just give me some chat question for the session. Now I am open for 10-15 minutes online. Just type whatever your query, doubts on this topic, I will clarify you. You can chat in YouTube also. You just give your comment. I am waiting for your comment. Please do it.